You know, people online seem weirdly obsessed these days with the distinction between being an expat and an immigrant. And after living in Costa Rica for almost 25 years, I've come to the conclusion that real life is a lot messier than the labels. When I first came here in 2001, I definitely thought of myself as an expat. I was going back and forth to the United States constantly. Costa Rica felt more like a place I was spending time than a place I actually belonged to. But then life slowly happened. I got married in Costa Rica, built businesses here, acquired residency, eventually became a citizen. And somewhere along the way, without really noticing exactly when it happened, Costa Rica stopped being a place I was visiting and started becoming home. But here's the interesting part. I still feel very American too. So what exactly does that make me? An expat? An immigrant? Honestly, probably both. You know, I saw an interesting comment on my Substack the other day that framed it this way. Immigrant describes your relationship to the country you moved into, whereas expat describes your continuing relationship to the country you came from. Honestly, I think there's a lot of truth in that, because after enough years abroad, your identity stops fitting into neat categories. You start carrying pieces of both places with you at the same time. And after enough years, I think, the more important question isn't what label somebody uses. The more important question is how we live once we arrive. Do we approach the country with curiosity and humility? Do we build real relationships locally? Do we adapt to the culture around us, or spend all our time demanding the country adapt to us? That matters a whole lot more than whether somebody calls themselves an expat or an immigrant.